Hello everyone, this is Adam with Fear No Evil, back with another Saturday security tip. Today we're going to focus on some rescue knives. This is the HK Incursion with a glass breaker. Set that up there for now. We also have the SOG Seal XR with an awesome glass breaker. And the Daggerr Knives Parrot with a glass breaker. So we're going to talk about breaking glass today. We're not actually going to do that because this is my vehicle and don't want to pay for that. It's going to be our demo though. So we're going to talk about these knives and how they can be used to save lives, keep you safe, keep somebody else safe, and get somebody out of a jam. We're going to talk about breaking some glass today. Before we do that, before we get all gung-ho and say, hey, somebody needs to be rescued and I've got the gear right here and I'm gonna go smash, maybe we should try to see if the door opens first, right? Make sure it's not locked, because try before you pry. If the door, you pull on it and it opens, there's no need to go smashing glass and breaking things. I know we get all excited and want to use our gear, but let's use our heads first. So speaking of using our heads first, before we get into a rescue situation, responding to an emergency, we want to check on scene safety and make sure that we're not going to get ourselves into trouble while we're trying to do something good. That's one reason why I'm over here on the passenger side of this vehicle, because if somebody was involved in an accident, they're on the side of the road, the other side of this vehicle might not be the best the safest place for you to work from. So even if you might be trying to extricate a driver from the driver's side, you might want to access the vehicle over here because it might be safer for you. Also, while we're talking about being safe, if you have time to put on some gloves, and you can have these in your glove box or some other place in your vehicle, that would be advisable if you have time, because we're going to get awfully close to some sharp broken glass in this procedure. So keep that in mind. If you have time, might want to put some gloves on. So how are we going to approach this window with this Daggerr Knives Parrot, or this SOG Seal XR, or this HK Incursion? Well, you don't want to hit it in the middle, because especially bigger glass like building glass, it could bow and flex and be harder to break right there. So you want to approach it in the corner. So how I would do it on this vehicle if I was trying to get into this window is I would stand like this and hit it right here so that my forearm is going to stop my arm from traveling any further. I just need to make a little bit of contact with that glass with the glass breaker here, and so that keeps my whole arm from going through this window and getting shredded while I'm trying to do something good. So hit the user glass breaker right there, and that'll be safer and more effective for you. This is also true if you were on the inside. Now suppose I was sitting in here and needed to get out, and I could just hit the glass right there. You'd also want to think about, if you're in the vehicle and you're stuck and you're breaking glass trying to get out, probably want to turn your head. If you have glasses on, you can do that, or cover your face, turn your face away, get your shot lined up and protect your face as well. Also, if you're trying to extricate somebody and they're alert and you can communicate with them, you can tell them, hey, cover your face, turn your face away. Also think about, if it's a baby in the back seat, you probably don't want to break this window, right? Because we don't want shattered glass going all over the baby. So you might want to think about breaking glass up here. So I've mentioned some some scenarios where you might want to think about breaking into a vehicle to rescue somebody. I mentioned somebody in an accident, mentioned a baby, hot sunny day, it's locked in there. somebody appears like they OD'd. If you want to do that, you know, bang on there, shout, see if you can wake them up. I would call 911 before many of these scenarios and get permission from the dispatchers to kind of limit the liability on you. I would advise that. But sometimes you're going to look at a situation and say, this needs to be dealt with right now. I don't have time to call. Somebody's going to die. In that case, you know, that's your judgment call. You can figure that out. But so we got Daggerr Knives Parrot. Very helpful. There's bigger pieces of equipment, but the nice thing about things like this SOG Seal XR is we can all carry these things. We're not all going to have a sledgehammer on us, but we can all carry this. I carry this a lot at work. This is almost weightless, so it's very easy to carry. HK Incursion. So some thoughts on some 3 different rescue knives with glass breakers. Some people think they're a gimmick just to have on the knife to look cool, but you could actually save your life or the life of somebody else. So, hope that's been helpful to you. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you have any ideas for another topic that you'd like to see covered, let me know about that in the comments. See you back here next week.